Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back with Above and Beyond Healing. Kellee, Alexa, Durrant, thank you for patiently waiting for us. How are you?
Doing well today, Jill, and I hope everybody listening is doing just as good.
Thank you so much. And how are you doing today? How was your Thanksgiving? Everything went good?
Well, Thanksgiving for Canadians is a lot different from Thanksgiving from the
Well,
Americans, and you
you
guys have
had yours a
just
few weeks
finished
ago.
yours.
Yes.
That's right. So
Well, I know
I
you
hope
had a
you
long
had a good
road
one.
trip. I did. You had that fun little trip, what we talked about last time. But
Yes.
so how are you in general? Please introduce yourself to our listeners today and tell us more about Above and Beyond Healing and what you do.
Well, as Jill has already said, my name is Kellee, and I am from Above and Beyond Healing. I do a little bit of this and that sort of scenario. I can do card readings, such as this one, or a few others. I do mediumship. I can help heal. I use Reiki. I use archangels and angels, all for the healing process. And I try to help people heal themselves, is the best way I can put it.
What a beautiful gift. And we've learned so much from you the past few weeks. And obviously, we're here today. Did you have an area of focus for us you want to enlighten us with, or you just let it flow and I'll tell you what to talk about?
I'm going to let it flow. And today it's been dominant in my mind is that I'm going to do a reading for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, great.
So,
wow.
Little different.
Goosebumps. So this is what type of reading do we call it?
I am going to use messages from your guides. These are cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I'm also going to use messages from your angels. So I'm going to be using both of these, and I'm going to see what kind of cards I can pull for you today, Jill.
Thank
you. And give you a mini reading.
And would you mind just explaining to our listeners and viewers what the angels are compared to the guides? Just would you give us the explanation? I remember,
okay.
But
yes, archangels and angels, they're beings.
Mm-hmm.
They're not souls, but they are beings, and they live in another dimension from us. Archangels live in the 12th dimension, or reside, I should say, not live, reside in the 12th. Now, angels reside in the 10th and less and lower. Now, your guides are your spirit guides, and they are with you all the time.
Okay.
Angels and archangels are not. They pop in and they pop out, in and out all the time. And they're there to give you a little bit of a push or a guidance in some way. Now, there's also that whole aspect where you can have a family member or someone or a friend that you know that will come through that needs a message. And it's your guides that will tell you that they have a message. But you have to verify and qualify every one of them, for the simple fact that somebody could come in and try to impersonate someone.
Oh, wow.
And give you wrong information.
Okay.
So you do have to be aware of who you're talking to.
Okay.
And it helps to validate who you're talking to by a tidbit of information that only the two people would understand or know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good.
Now, does that help to clarify some of the stuff?
Absolutely. I think so. I'm ready to go. I hope everyone else is. Great.
Okay. So let's see what your guides have a message for you today.
Okay.
So just think about it. And I've got the cards here, and I'm just shuffling. I've been shuffling them off and on throughout the connection process. So they've been well shuffled. So let's just see what they have to say. Do you want one card or two?
Two.
Or three? You want two? Okay, let's see. That one wants to fall out. That means that that's an important one. It's going to encompass everything.
Okay.
So let's see here. Now, when I do some of this readings and stuff like Reiki healing during different shows and that, or fairs that you want, I will ask the individual to pull a card for the guides.
Okay.
And what it does is that it helps me provide what they are looking for, an answer to their question, instead of me having to go digging all the time.
Okay.
So the first card that I pulled for you, Jill, was don't relinquish your power.
Okay. What does that mean? Don't. Does that mean continue to be as independent as ever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The second one, accept struggles as lessons.
Ah.
This one is coming from your mother.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Wow.
That was the one that it gave me goosebumps when that one was pulled, because I knew it was your mom pulling that
Oh
one
my
for you.
goodness. I love that she comes in and out like this. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
The
Okay.
the one card that popped out and wanted to fall out was take responsibility for your actions.
Okay.
And you see how the
Wow.
three of them all tie in to what is being said
Okay. Don't really
about keeping your independence, but also learn from your problems, learn from your struggles and what has happened, but
yes.
be responsible for them. Take
Okay.
ownership.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep your woman power.
Okay. I feel like I
Keep
have
your
too much, and
power.
that's what affects me because I don't have a husband, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have, so to me, it's like I'm always by myself, even though I want that, and then I never get it. And then when I do, I don't know how to not be so controlling, so dominating, so independent. And it hurts me, I think.
That is one thing that they do like about you and they love about you is your independence, your self-esteem.
Hi. Oh, hello, baby.
He wants to be part of the show today.
Then we let him, absolutely.
And, you know, for some reason, I'm pulling a dragon card for you. I don't know why, but something says, have a dragon. You need a dragon. And I'll have to look in the booklet to see what it's going to mean.
What does it normally mean? A dragon card. It could mean
anything.
Okay.
Let's see here. That one there seems to want to stick out a little bit. Oh, yes. Haha. Okay. You received the golden crested dragon.
Okay.
And it brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. This is the golden dragon.
The golden dragon.
Yes.
Wow. So say it again. Protect, expand my heart.
Yes. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional.
And what does that part mean?
Now, everybody is in third dimension.
Yes.
And fourth dimension. You're going to be ascending into your fifth dimension.
That mean I have a little bit of a superpower like you, a little intuitiveness, or no?
You should be starting to listen to what your guts are saying.
Yeah.
To your intuition, to what you're using your clear abilities, and you should be using them more. And you have a lot of clairs, that gut feeling where you just know it. Have you ever had that?
Goosebumps right now all the time. And I sound like, I feel like, well, how am I to know? And then let me just can I say a perfect example? Can I talk with you?
You may.
I was on the way home, and my friend who passed away a year ago, my friend Mike, went to his restaurant, and I saw all his friends, and we had a little gathering. It was a few days after he passed a year ago. It was wonderful to see everyone. It was a happy time. On the way home, I had my kids with me. They're 4 and 6. I had this gut feeling, and I turned to my kids, because my cat I took to the vet that day, and we thought he was sick. I said, guys, I'm getting a feeling. I said, I feel that Cuddles may not be with us anymore. They're like, what? I'm like, we talk about death all the time and how normal it is. And I'm like, I just have a bad feeling. We're on the way home. I just don't want you to be disappointed. I have a feeling that something, I feel something and I think something's really wrong. I think he might have passed. And they were like, after I said that to my kids, I'm still driving. And yes, I got a text message. I opened the text while I'm driving, guilty. And it was from a man saying, I'm sorry, you work at Channel 11 with my brother Dennis. I said, oh my goodness. He used to work with us for like 20 years. He has dementia. He's in a home. He said he just passed. I turned to my boys and I'm like, okay, Cuddles is alive. I said, it's my friend Dennis who passed. Goosebumps. And I never
Yeah.
met his brother, but he had my phone number because I went to go visit his brother at the nursing home. And I'm like, I knew it, but I knew something. I swear to God, this was just last week. It was like, what? And then I felt, wow, maybe I do have this gift in a sense to sense. That's my gut. Maybe I'm a little wrong. I don't know how to really channel, but it was real. The feeling, it was just the wrong person or animals, wrong spirit.
Well, no, you knew that something very major was happening.
Goosebumps. Yes, I thought it was a
And-
cat dying, but it was my old friend from work, Dennis.
And how would you know that it was going to be your friend?
Yeah. Did it?
Because what was in your scope, in your world at that time, was
my cat that was sick, that got an x-ray during the day. And the doctor said he's fine. But I said, something's not right with him. He fell off the bed. He's been crying. He's been twerking and twirling. And so my gut was, my energy was focused on my cat that's sick, thinking that maybe it was him, but it wasn't.
And see, this is where you were using your clairsentience and your claircognizance.
Yes.
Two very strong clairs for you. Now, what clair means is clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's a French word for clear.
Okay.
So if you got clairvoyance, that's your clear seeing. You see it. You could picture it in your third eye, which is right between your eyebrows.
Okay.
So that's, if you think of, okay, I'm going to use an example from last night. And they went, think of a piece of fruit. Now, where do you see it? Where do you feel it? How do you smell it? Do you taste it? How are you seeing this in your mind? Or are you? Is it something that you're tasting right now?
No, I think I see it more.
Or can you smell it?
More of a feeler, like a seer feeler. I don't know. See,
you could see it more.
Yeah.
And that is your first thought, was you could see it more.
Yeah.
So that is your clairvoyance.
Got it. Okay.
Your clear seeing, your psychic seeing. And that is your strong one, your strong suit. Now there's 6 clairs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And each one is different. As I was saying, clairgustance, which is your tasting. Clairalience is your smelling. Cognizance is knowing. Clairsentience is feeling. And clairaudience is hearing. And clairvoyance is vision.
So cognizance, knowing too. Like if I just felt that, I knew at that moment, I just knew.
Yeah, so that's just a little exercise on what clair are you using? Because Jill, you are an empath.
You're the first person
I can give you the empath quiz, but I would suggest these 3 books.
Perfect. That's
for anybody that is just coming into being an empath, to learn what an empath is. These 3 books.
Okay. Awaken Empath is one.
Yes.
Next.
These are all by the same author, Kim Wirch. Waking Up an Empath. This is a year in her life of becoming an empath.
Okay.
Her second one is Awakened Empath. The evolution continues.
Okay.
Now, the third one is her spiritual reality.
Okay.
And it is a whole mess of different blogs that she has written and put together in a book form. Now, this one here, the spiritual reality, what I love about it is that You can just open it up anywhere and look at where it opened up today. Guides and angels.
Whoa. And what are we talking about today?
Guides and
angels. If you're just tuning in. Wow.
Now, talk about synchronicity, eh?
Yeah.
Talking about guides and angels.
Wow.
And how is that affecting you? And how's it making you feel?
Wow. Gotta keep talking. I talk in the car to my mom or whoever's around. Don't really hear response all the time, but I feel the signs. Like it's the music. It always comes through the music. If I'm thinking about my mom or something, it's a sign, something passing me on the road, or a truck, a name on a truck, or it's the music and her songs. And so that's what I
or
feel.
Numbers.
Or numbers. Not many numbers. No. I look at license plates a lot, but no, I get more from the radio, the songs, the music that comes on that makes me go, okay, so this is amazing. The books, got to get the books. If you're listening, those people, it's Kim Wirtz, you said, right?
That's right.
Perfect.
And she has been my mentor, and she has helped me through a lot of stuff. And in fact, I can honestly say that I am thankful to have her as my mentor, because at one point in my life, I was at rock bottom and I didn't know what was going on, because I had my heart attack and I knew that everything had changed for me immensely.
Yeah.
And by dying twice on that floor, she is the one that helped me put it all into perspective, and she helped to heal me so I can be at this point and pay it forward.
Wow.
She is a very powerful empath, and she doesn't cut corners. She tell you straight as an arrow exactly what it is that you need, or if she can help you or not. She's right there. She's the real thing. She's the real deal. And she's so much fun and everything else. And like I said,
I'm going to get her books. Does this mean that you're going to be my mentor now? Is that how it works? The trickle down effect? The one who tells you're an empath, you go to, or no?
Nope. I knew I was an empath many times ago.
I didn't know. I mean, I think I feel sometimes I don't, but I second triple guess, and I don't think I'm anything like you. That's like amazing. But maybe I have that power to tap in. Maybe by reading these books, I'll figure it out more. Is that what I should do?
Well, right on her very first book, Waking Up an Empath, right in the very forward of it, she has the empath quiz.
Okay, I'll do that because oh wow. All right, I'm going to order that. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and you can get it on Amazon. Okay. Now, one of the first things I'm going to ask you, answer agree, disagree, or unsure. You don't have to tell me, but let's just go through about 4 or 5 of them and see how it relates, and just mark just in your own self. And let's see what your level is here. Can you influence the moods of those around you?
Agree. I speak out loud. I apologize, but I agree, and I'm writing it down.
Plants and animals have consciousness.
Yes.
Children often stare at you.
Agree.
Strangers tell you very personal things about themselves.
Agree.
You feel rejuvenated after being outdoors or gardening.
Agree.
You cry easily sometimes for no reason.
Agree.
You get overwhelmed in crowded places.
I just had this discussion yesterday sitting on my steps with someone about how do you go on TV? How do you do radio? I said, it's just easy. I like talking, but I said, but once I go out, I said, I have this fear of going out. I said, if I'm speaking at a charity event, or if I'm just going to an event, even a wedding, I get overwhelmed because I feel like my voice starts to crack and I lose my voice. And I feel like, and I love people, but it's just too much for me. I just had this conversation yesterday. I can't handle it. And it sounds mean, but it's not, because I'm really nice, but it's overwhelming. And it's an anxiety, I said, that I think I have. Okay. Sorry.
No, but you have to say agree.
Agree.
Were you told you were sensitive?
No.
You know things, but cannot explain how you know.
Agree.
Mood swings are not uncommon for you.
Agree.
You suspect you're a human lie detector.
Agree.
You can physically feel another person's pain or suffering.
Agree. I can empathize, I say all the time. Yes. And it makes me cry, or yes, feel what they're feeling.
You cannot watch the news without becoming depressed for the remainder of the day.
Disagree.
Violence towards others is unfathomable to you.
Agree.
Friends and strangers share their deepest secrets with you, but you didn't ask.
Agree.
You know someone's mood even when they try to hide it.
Agree. Even strangers.
You have a hypersensitive sense of smell, and strong scents can overpower you.
Agree. Yes.
Well, your emotions change quickly around other people.
Yeah, they call that like ADHD. Agree. Or bipolar. Yes, I agree.
You avoid conflict at all cost.
I'm always in a lot of I don't like it, but I'm in it. So maybe disagree.
Okay.
I try
That's
to,
fair.
but it
That's
happens.
good.
Okay.
It's good. That's all good. You do not like strangers standing close to you, so lineups are very uncomfortable.
No, I'm always the one in the elevator to try to lighten things up and say hi to people to make them feel more comfortable. So disagree.
Being a daydreamer is just who you are. You
Agree, but
daydream.
I do. Yeah, I do agree. But I'm also,
Sometimes you're unsure.
yeah, yeah.
Rough clothing, tags, and abrasive material are unbearable against your skin.
Unbearable. Agree. Jeans.
You can feel people even when they are not touching you.
Disagree. I don't think I have that. No.
Don't you ever kind of sense someone's
Well,
in the
sense
room?
like someone or like a yeah. So okay, agree.
Yeah,
These
you
are
can
all.
feel. You feel
Okay.
that someone's. Sometimes you just get that feeling
Oh
that
my
someone's
gosh.
looking over your shoulder or
Yeah.
behind you. Yeah.
Kellee, I apologize.
So-
We're out of time. We have to wrap this up. Again, we're going to do this again when we can reschedule another show. The book, tell us again.
This book is
Okay.
Waking Up an Empath. Jill just scored over 15 out of 24. If you are 15 plus, you're an empath.
Wow.
And you have to start looking at stuff and working with stuff. So there's that one from Jill Wirch, and she is a wonderful author. Really quick, last call here. 3 angels, Layla here, Astera, and the fourth one, or the third one that wanted to come out was Mystique.
Ooh.
So I'm going to leave that with you.
Okay.
I will
Can you
bring it up.
hold those
next
cards?
time.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Tell us
right.
how we can contact you, Kellee Alexa Durrant.
You can contact me at Above and Beyond Healing on Facebook. You can contact me at kdurrant@shaw.ca or text me at 403-561-6066.
Thank you.
And as
so
usual,
much.
Jill, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.